What's up, everybody? This is your boy Klorontix. So I kind of want to make a quick video on some new servers that actually came out and some small population servers that have been around for quite some time that I've been recommended to try out over the last couple months. So I decided instead of making one video for everything, I'm going to go ahead and probably just going to make a video for everything. So first server up on the list, you might have heard of it. It's called Streetz of Los Santos. It's a fairly old server. It's been around since like 2007 or so. So it's been here since the early days of SAMP. It did go offline between 2017. However, it has been revived with new management. The server is pretty cool. It's more like a turf kind of roleplay zone. I mean, you have turfs and points and places like that. At the moment, when I logged in this morning, there was about maybe 30 or so people. The server just opened again. So I feel like this server could get a lot of potential. The old management, I believe, is gone. I believe the reason why the old server died is because the server owner was kind of greedy. However, that has changed at this time. So it seems like there probably could be a lot of great potential for the new server management to revive the server. I do see here how this server could be appealing for a lot of people. If you did play the server back in the old days, I think you guys would probably understand what the basics of the server is. I haven't played too much back in the day. I did try it out before it was shut down, I guess in 2017, and I fairly enjoyed it for the most time. I wish I could have played a lot more. However, I guess when you become greedy, the server dies. But the server is back online. It's one of those servers that you can just actually get into. You don't even have to make an application. You don't even have to make register on the forums or anything like that. So it's just one of those servers you can just hop in, play, But besides that, the server is, as I said, just opened 7 days ago. So be aware if you do try to play on the server right now. It might be a small population. Of course, on the weekends, it might be a little bit busier. I haven't been playing too much on here just yet. I do plan on playing a lot more once the server gets a little boost here. But they have a lot of custom mapping from what I've seen in this video so far, or what I was able to record in it. For instance, this park over here, this is like, all custom over here. So I really like it. I feel like there's a lot of potential that this server could achieve. It definitely is more, I would have to say, if you like a shoot 'em up roleplay server, this is probably it. Now, you don't really register with like your name like most roleplay servers, like, Kenneth_Matras. You kind of just register with what your name is. For instance, I just registered with Klorontix, and then it asks you your roleplay name later. However, when you type in chat, it will come up as, like, for instance, my name, Klorontix. But the server is amazing. Here's just a quick video of what it used to be back in the day. So it's really gang-based, I would have to say. The Streetz of Los Santos has a lot of potential. I feel like if you're wanting to play a server that you don't want to be too serious on or have to go through a lengthy process, I think this would probably be my #1 choice. The Discord will be in the description for this one, the link as well. It's great to see the server back alive. It's been quite a long time. I've been waiting for the server since like maybe November, and I wasn't keeping too much up to date with it just because I get so many Discord messages and notification on Discord servers that I just get kind of burned out on it. So, but yeah, this is definitely one server to check out. It's a lot of fun. I would recommend having some friends to play with, though. If you play by yourself, you'll probably be bored as hell. But yeah, definitely check out Streetz of Los Santos. Alright, so the next server on the list is actually a fairly common server that some people have heard about. It's Narcotic Roleplay. They were Oldschool Roleplay. However, I believe about a month or two ago, they went ahead and actually changed their name for it. Now, when you first log on to the server actually still does say Oldschool Roleplay, like you're about to see right here. However, don't let that throw you off. Oldschool Roleplay is actually another server I'm actually going to be talking about in this video that's actually being revived by the original owner. I believe his name is Pablo. But besides that, Narcotic Roleplay is a fairly decent population. I believe last weekend they were around maybe 70 or 80 people online. So definitely a lot of potential and room to grow for a roleplay server. I could actually see this being as a good alternative if you just want to go ahead and play a roleplay server that doesn't have too much of seriousness. It's very low medium, so when you hop on the server, don't be discouraged by that. There are, of course, your good role players out there. It's a lot more I would have to say it's a very friendly server. I would have to say I think everyone's pretty much cool with each other. From when I was in the Discord, people were talking left and right, playing. People were, setting up times to come on the server. So definitely a pretty cool server. I think most people should check out if you want to have a little change in your life. As I did say again earlier, it is a low medium. So, I mean, you have people running you over and you have people with like guns on the streets. For instance, I believe somebody in this video over here had a MP5 shooting at a taxi. Yep, there you go. So just take it with a grain of salt. Server is active though. It seems to be growing quite steadily. I found out this server from a lot of my viewers that wanted me to play it. I did attempt to play it, however, I could not really find anything to do. However, I do feel like maybe the server does have a lot of potential to room and grow. Of course, it's just your standard roleplay server. You have taxi jobs, pizza jobs. There's your gang shootouts. There's your police being retards as always. There's people standing in the middle of the street. Idle wreck. It's the basics. But yeah, it's just one of those servers you should just hop on, play. Once again, probably the best idea to play with some friends. I feel like many roleplay servers are like this now, where you just need to have friends to play with, or you really don't know what to do. Definitely be a lot of active in the server. I found out that, if you talk to anybody, you ask anybody, that they could hit you with some guns, whatnot. So it's a fairly common, easy server to really get adjusted to. It's nothing too heavy roleplay based. Of course, your standard rules, no DMing, no metagaming, no power gaming. However, it's a lot more light. Admins are pretty cool. I've talked to one of them. I fairly did enjoy the server, and I probably would have to say, if you do want to play something good, I would have to recommend. Alright, so everyone has heard of this server. If you've never heard of Next Generation Gaming, I don't know where you've been with the St. Interest multiplayer community, but this server is one of the best servers that actually ever existed, in my opinion. There was so much to do on this server. I mean, I could count hours upon hours of doing stuff. So the original server did die, I believe maybe it was like 3 or 4 years ago, which merged with Horizon Zero Roleplay. So if your old character was on there, you can go on that server. However, if you want to play, I guess, the brand new server, this server actually just came out, I believe, like 4 days ago. When I logged in, there was about maybe 70 people, I believe. So the community still is trying their very hardest to go ahead and revive this server. It's one of those servers that came back in 2017 and it went off, and now it's 3 years later, 2020, and they want to go ahead and try to revive the server as best as they can. This server is just fun, action paced. I mean, you could do anything. It's so easy to get guns. You can join factions. You can do so much. Take points. Take turfs. Have wars. It's one of those servers that I would have to say, if it does by any chance blow up, it's one of the best servers. However, the script is copied, so they went ahead and just took their old script. There was so many jobs to do on the server. I remember there was like a hitman. Well, you would have to get invited, but there was like a hitman job that you could get joined. Like it was a faction. You could be in a gang. You could take over points, turfs. You could do so much. This server was a lot of fun. It was one of those classic servers that I wish never went offline. Unfortunately, everything does come into an end. However, being it revived again, I feel like it's a good start. It's a good promise. Hopefully the server does manage to actually stay around this time. I believe it's new management and new teams. People that loved Horizon Zero Roleplay. I'm sorry. People that loved Next Generation Gaming. So it's back. It's online. Check it out. It's one of those servers you really don't need friends to play with. I don't think I logged in and I wasn't even playing with anybody yet, but I was having a lot of fun just by playing at it. Just some old videos here of what it kind of used to be. It used to be really chaotic. I remember when I was younger, there was like maybe 400, 500 people playing on weekends. It was crazy, man. If you didn't want to play a serious roleplay server, this was it. This is just one of those servers you could just stay on for hours and not get bored of. I don't know what it was. It was just always something fucking crazy going on. It doesn't matter what you were doing, running on the street, but there was always some fighting. There was always some action. There was always something to do on the server. It's one of those servers I really hope we have a lot of promise and guarantee to, but I guess we'll see with the next coming months of what's going to happen on the server. Alright, so next up on the list is actually a pretty old school roleplay server, which is Oldschool Roleplay. The server's been around for a long time. It went down. Other people took it, as I was mentioning earlier, try to make it their own server. However, the actual owner of the server is actually back online with it. I believe it launched like maybe 2-3 months ago, I would have to say. I wasn't really too active on the Discord about it. But it's one of those servers that it's a very low roleplay server, I would have to say. A lot of, shoot me up gang stuff. There was a pretty fairly active community from what I was talking to some people on it. I think on the weekends it used to hit like maybe like 80 to 100 players. So it's back online. If you did play on the server, definitely check it out again. It's back online. The IP and everything will be in the description for every other server as well. I haven't been playing too much on this server. I really don't have an opinion on it. I just know it's one of those servers that I've been recommended a lot to play. When I was online earlier, I believe there was probably maybe like 20 or so people. There's not so many people online playing at this moment. But if you do, of course, have some friends, I think you'll have a lot of fun. Guns are pretty easy to get on the server. It's a very low roleplay server, so don't expect the highest quality to appear out of this server. But if you're looking for something just fun and basic to play, I would have to say, yeah, this is probably one of those servers that I feel like has a good potential to grow again. The original owner is back with it, so hopefully we see something good out of this. Hopefully, the next month or two is not shut off like always. So definitely a little boost, hopefully. And, you got your classic police shootouts here, shooting them up, waiting for them, glitching them. I don't even know what this cop's doing. Bro, this cop's about to get smacked. Yep, he got smacked. This guy's a good shooter. So I just want to give an honorable mention. This is actually a fairly new roleplay server that's coming out within the next couple days. The Discord will be in the description when everything's launched and everything. Server's called SkylakeGaming. Now, I haven't really looked too much into it. However, one of my friends is actually, I believe, some kind of helper or so on it. So I kind of want to give it some room, help people out, get people aware of what this server is. It's another roleplay server. It's a medium roleplay server, I believe. There's a guide here that I will be linking if people need any kind of information on it. The Discord will be in the description, as I said. So hopefully we see some room growing for this server. I wish SkylakeGaming the best of luck. Running a new roleplay server in today's day is pretty hard, but hopefully you guys manage to do so. Best of luck to you guys. All right, so last but not least on this server list is Mudoo RPG. It's a role-playing game, so it's an RPG server. However, it does have a lot of good roleplay. I actually do play on the server quite a lot. It's one of those servers that I've actually gotten into. I used to play an old server called Algario RPG or something like Alargio RPG. I don't know. So that server I don't think exists anymore, or if it does, it doesn't have a good player count. However, if you're wanting a good roleplay RPG server like that, I would have to recommend the server. This server is a lot of fun. There's a lot to do. I mean, anyone can be a cop on this server. Anyone can do anything. It definitely does have a lot of players. This video, I believe, here was only recorded about maybe 2 or so months ago. So on the weekends, it does have a lot of people. There is a lot of people that do play on this server, which is awesome to see. It's one of those servers I've always wanted to make a video on. However, I feel like maybe it couldn't have been the best video, so I kind of just postponed it. However, this was the best time to talk about this. This server is a lot of fun. It's a lot of action. It's a lot of stuff. There's always people to meet. There's a place where everybody, meets up. So it's definitely one of those servers I feel like you could play. You could hop in. You can be a cop. You can do whatever. You can talk to people. You could do so much on this server. And the Discord community is so active in here. It's one of those servers I feel like this will be one of the last San Andreas multiplayer servers that probably does exist in the long run. Of course, someday it's going to end, but this server I feel like is going to be one of the last ones to hold out. Definitely has a strong player base, has a lot of potential to grow a lot more. A lot of action, a lot of base stuff, a lot of cop shootouts. It's just one of those servers you could play. However, it does have its standard role play. Don't shoot random people, don't metagame, power gaming, but definitely a lot of fun here. Look at this dude getting sprayed. Bro, you getting clapped now. Ooh, bro. I don't think that's really allowed in any other roleplay servers, but one of the servers you should definitely check out if you're wanting to something really easy to play, something just fun to get into, something that you don't have to take it too fucking seriously. Definitely a lot of fun if you're wanting to get into some kind of chases here. Definitely something to check out. Other than that, I will be making some videos for other servers that I feel like could grow. I will be making a top 5, best roleplay servers, which will be, LSRP, Red County, and places like that. So the popular servers will be a next video. But other than that, guys, hope you guys enjoyed.
beneath my skin.